In life, there are some situations where there's nothing you can do. Where you're in checkmate, there's no moves on the board, and that's it. But I would say that for the vast majority of cases, there's always a move on the board. There's always something you can do, and it's never too late to turn it around. It's never too late to win that chess game. I mean, that's an analogy, obviously. We're talking about real life here, and it's not quite as simple as chess. But I'd say that I ardently and firmly believe that each person, all of you watching this video, have an incredible potential. And I think because we've seen ourselves fail time and again, because we're humans and we're prone to failure, we start to lose faith or confidence in ourselves. And because of that, we're unlikely to try hard things, we're unlikely to put in this effort, because it feels like if you end up inevitably quitting at that thing, if you end up inevitably failing at that thing, the effort and the strain and everything you had to go through up to that point is meaningless. It totally feels that way. And so I would say that if you want your life to change, you have to fight your way out. And I feel like most people don't realize that that's an option. Most people don't have enough hope or enough faith in themselves to realize that there might be a way out if they were willing to fight for it, if they were willing to do everything it took. I think it takes a certain level of blind faith and hope and confidence in yourself that no matter how bleak something seems, no matter how bad a situation appears to be on the outside, there is a way to push through it, that there is a way to improve it, even just a little bit. I personally have been through something like this. I've had health issues for years. For a long time, we didn't know exactly what it was, but it turned out it was this kind of rare autoimmune condition called Pompe disease. And for me, this kind of manifested in certain health issues like acid reflux and breathing issues and all sorts of problems. And, Pompe disease is sort of considered incurable. Like, there are certain things you can do here or there, but there's no way to just totally fix it. I'd been on all this medication for acid reflux. I even had to get medication ordered in from Canada that they didn't have in the US. Like, I've gone through this for years, and my brother has a similar condition, and it really seemed like there was no way out. I tried all these diets, I'd been through so much, and I thought, like, that was it. Like, I was just going to be sick my entire life. I was just going to have to keep living at home, not feeling good enough to work, not feeling good enough to go to the gym, or really be physically active, or chase my dreams in these other areas, because I felt absolutely so terrible that I had no options. I didn't have the stamina or the mental fortitude to do anything. I didn't think there was a way out. I didn't think that me fighting and pushing it again would make a difference. But what changed everything for me, what made that difference, was just deciding to believe it blindly. Deciding to have hope regardless of how many times I'd failed in the past, regardless of these things I had tried that had failed and blew up in my face and didn't help me feel any better at all, and I'd put so much effort into it and it never ended up amounting to anything. I just had to put all of that aside, just focus on the moment right now as if the past didn't exist, and I decided to just keep fighting for it. I decided to just push ahead anyway. So, about 3 or 4 months ago, my symptoms were as bad as they'd ever been. I was sort of in denial, just eating a terrible high processed food diet, like Dorito Dynamites, like candy, ice cream, like just feeling absolutely terrible. And my acid reflux was really bad and my breathing was really bad. And I was in such a low place that I just continued to eat these things that were absolutely terrible for me and made me feel so bad, because it seemed like no matter how healthy I tried to eat, I wasn't healed. Like, I wasn't fully normal. It did help mediate my symptoms, but I still felt terrible. And so it felt like it didn't matter either way. Like, this was just my life. And so I might as well bury my head in the sand and try to distract myself with pleasures. There's this quote from Man's Search for Meaning, that book I referenced in the last episode. And Viktor Frankl says something that really resonates with me. He says that if a person lacks true, genuine meaning in their life, they try to bury themselves with pleasure. Like, when I was at that low point, when I didn't have anything to drive me or push me forward, and I was suffering, I distracted myself with pleasure. I tried to just escape from it. But I just decided, regardless of what had happened, regardless of me feeling hopeless, like everything I tried had failed, I decided to push it anyway. I did a lot of diet research, and I got on a new specific diet, and I started, trying to take initiative in my life. I got a job, even though I hadn't been on it. Even though I hadn't had a job for months, I decided to go work at this grocery store and getting more out into the world. And it was a health grocery store, and a lot of the people were very educated and put me on some different supplements. And about, 4 months later, on a very restrictive low carb diet, some sort of keto diet, like, I feel a lot better. I wouldn't say I'm healed. I wouldn't say I'm anywhere near feeling as healthy as the average person probably does, and it's still hard, and I have good days and bad days, and it affects my mood. But I feel significantly better. And not only do I feel better health-wise, in terms of my productivity, in terms of my general happiness, in terms of the things I'm doing throughout the day, like I'm going to the gym now. I'm actively learning Spanish. I'm working on this channel. I'm keeping up with this really difficult diet, and I haven't cheated at all. Because I know how bad it'll make me feel, and I'm deciding to fight to feel the best version of myself. Even though it seems like a long shot, even though there is no cure to these autoimmune issues, and maybe there is no way to fix it, me believing there is a cure, me instilling myself with this mindset that I can fight for my life and try to, see it through to the end, and try to get on the other side of that and be healthy again, that motivates me. That helps me change my life around in every way. Not just getting my diet in check and starting to, mediate some of my symptoms, but motivating me to go and pursue my dreams in these other areas, working on my book, learning piano, learning Spanish, doing all of these things. It's like I would rather have the best mindset possible that's going to raise my quality of life as much as possible. Sure, I could be a pessimist and say that I'm probably going to be sick my entire life, but I'd rather be on that timeline where it's possible to heal if I give it my all and put in 100% effort. And although I'm not healed and I don't know if it'll happen, because I decided to fight for it, because I decided that no one's coming to help me, nothing's going to change about my situation if I don't do it myself, if I just continue to eat that way and just, have a terrible sleep schedule and I'm just in a very bad place in my life, I'll just stay there for who knows how long. I'm practically disabled. My parents would probably just keep enabling me to just be a worthless burnout, and that's not who I want to be. I have an ambition. I don't want to be that individual, and I know that I'm capable of much more. So I decided to push my way through. Maybe I can heal. Maybe it is possible, but it is only possible. There's only a chance at all if I'm willing to work for it. If there is even a 1% chance, if there's some sort of thing out there that's going to make me feel just a little bit better, and I keep pursuing it, keep looking for answers, maybe there's a slight chance I could heal someday. But if that answer is out there, if those options are out there, the only way I would ever find them, the only way I'd ever make progress is by pushing myself, is by taking initiative in my life, taking my life in my own hands. It's like it's never too late to change your life around. It's like I talk about a lot how we don't know how much time we have. Like you could die at any time. But while you have the present, while you know right now that this is guaranteed, you should try to be working towards improving your life. And it's not just about some, philosophical or moral, it's better to, improve your life and be in a better position. Like when you're hopeless, it feels like none of that matters. Like, yeah, why should I even improve my life? I don't even care. Like it's all just messed up. Like it's all sucks. But it's like really when you get on the other side of those feelings, when you really get to a better place from where you were, you feel that. Like in every moment while you're just existing and living and being around and seeing the progress you've made, you're almost like happier and more fulfilled because of that. Like I feel healthier than I did back then. And I get to wake up every day and feel sore because I pushed too hard in the gym the other day. And I get to look at my channel and see comments and see that, in some small way I was able to help someone today. And so that my life and my suffering, my experiences aren't completely worthless to anyone but myself. And, I can be watching TV in Spanish and I'll realize, yeah, I saw this word last week. And there's nothing more fulfilling than that. I think that that's what humans are made for. We're meant for that forward progress. We're meant to continue pushing that boundary. We're meant to pick ourselves up every time we fail and keep pursuing something better. It's never too late. It's never too late to try. Maybe it's too late to fully come back. Maybe you really are in one of those situations where checkmate is inevitable and you're going to fail, but you might as well go down swinging. Instead of forfeiting the match, instead of throwing in the towel and being like, whatever, I suck, it's all done. You could at least, give life the dignity to fight, to push against it and say, no, I might be in checkmate, but, there's a chance. There's a chance if I at least, keep pushing forward, keep fighting it, keep doing all that I can. And I'd rather live that way, especially with everything I'm going through. I'd rather have a chance. I'd rather have a chance than just throw in the towel right now. You know what I mean? And it feels easier to just throw in the towel, but that's no way to live. There's giving up is no way to live because nothing is going to change. The only way out is through. And also, we just got a ton of ore. Okay, so we got 60 diamonds in this video. We got 4 stacks of iron. I'm recording this after the fact, but it's still crazy that I mined this much today. It is awesome. And I got 4 ender pearls. We're that much closer to beating the game now. I need to get my food situation in check, but I think we're in a much better place. Now that I have the tools, I'm probably going to keep terraforming this area and start some new construction projects. So look out for that. I love you all. Leave some comments. It's super motivating.